Check this out. How cool is that? What I got here is something that I wish I had when I was starting out, but it's also something that is very expensive and extremely, extremely unnecessary unless you're working with making videos. If this is your first time here, I just want to say welcome to the channel. My name is Peter. Hope you're gonna enjoy the content. And if you do not forget to hit that subscribe button because that would be highly appreciated. But I remember when I was making the poker B-roll, one of my most famous videos on this YouTube channel, my friend and I wanted to have this nice smoke in the background, you know? So we went to a regular tech store and bought a smoke machine for, I think it was like 40 bucks, which is not that expensive, but the smoke also looked kind of weird. You know, you have a little bit of a bluish tint. It was very hard to control because there was so much coming out of the smoke machine when you were pressing the button. And since Oscar was smoking the cigar, we also wanted to have a little bit of like puffs coming out of his mouth and close to his hands and that kind of stuff. So to be able to achieve that, I went into a tobacco store and bought a vape so that Oscar could use that and blow the smoke whenever we needed smoke. This thing, on the other hand, has everything that you will need in order to achieve that kind of look without having anything else. It comes in at around $800 if I remember correctly, and I thought it was way too expensive when I bought it, but I was also very interested in the looks of it because you can make some really cool stuff with the smoke machine. And in the box, you get a bunch of different things. For example, right here, you can see the actual smoke machine. You also get their nice cloud formula. That's a pretty cool word, cloud formula. And two different smoke chambers that you can fill up with the smoke formula. A snabel, a long snoot, a bunch of different nozzles for the actual smoke machine, and also a fan to help you with the ambience of the smoke that is coming out of the smoke machine. And this is the actual smoke machine. You can see here in the bottom that you have a mounting point if you want to put it on a regular tripod plate or something similar, so you can mount it on a stand. In the front here, you have a USB-C charging port, you have the on and off button, and then the actual smoke button right here. Taking this cover off is going to reveal the actual smoke chamber that is filled with the cloud formula. And what I really like about this machine is how easy it is to use. But when I bought it, I was also kind of shocked that you do not get any sort of batteries in the box. It is powered with two batteries. You can see them right here. I think they're called IMR 18650. You don't get them in the box. And I think that when you're paying a premium price, that is something that should be included, because if you pay that amount of money for a product like this and then have to go and buy your own batteries, I'm not a huge fan of that. But when it comes to using this, I think that that is where this product actually shines, because you have a couple of different settings here. First is the smoke. That is basically controlling the amount of smoke that is coming out of the actual smoke chamber. So you can adjust that with the arrow keys. It's very simple. And then to switch to the actual fan that you can see there, you can adjust how fast the smoke is coming out of the smoke chamber. If you don't have any sort of nozzle on this and you were to press, nice. It is very thick, it is very hazy, extremely moody. Wow. When I was shooting my short cinematic craftsmanship, I was actually using this to get the right kind of vibe in the workshop of my dad, because we could have gotten smoke with just cutting a couple of pieces of iron with an angle grinder and then using the welding machine and getting a lot of smoke from that, but it would be extremely unhealthy. So I decided to go for this one instead. And since you have a couple of different nozzles, you can control the way the smoke looks. For example, one of the nozzles that you get, it's kind of like a pinhole in it. And when you attach that and press the smoke, you can see that it kind of pushes out the smoke in a different way. And it gives us this moody, vibey look instantly. It creates this atmosphere that you want to have in one of those videos very quickly. And since you have the remote, you can also place this in the backup scene, and then you can just start the remote. But you also got to be aware that there's no sort of batteries that is coming along with the remote either. So you got to go out and buy this kind of battery. I have actually no idea what kind of battery that is. So being able to achieve one of those cool ambiances in your videos super quickly with this is something that makes this product very unique. But I think that one of the absolute coolest things that you can do with this is when you take one of the nozzles, that is one of these small ones that basically just has a hole through, you attach it right there, and then you take the rubber slang, and then you put that on there, and then kind of extend it with another nozzle that just has a hole through, and put it on the slang, and then we're going to take the sponge and attach the sponge onto this. And now if we go into the settings and then drag down the fan, what we get is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. Oh my God. You see this? Oh! Basically what happens is that the smoke gets heavy and it gets kind of fluid, so that when you fill something, it's gonna stay right there. See that? It looks like water. Oh! Check this out. How cool is that? That is so cool. Such a fun toy to play around with, and it definitely increases the creativity of what you can do and increases your product videos that you can make, because you can give it a little bit of a cool ambience. And I actually used this smoke machine when I was shooting some EDC stuff to make it look a little bit more moody. The only thing that it does is that it leaves off this residue that is kind of like, feels like it's some sort of oily to the touch. When you're shooting a lot of different products, you gotta be cautious of that coming onto your products. And you probably have seen it through this video. If you look at the smoke machine, you can see that you have these oily stains all the way around, but that is from the actual residue that comes with the smoke that is coming out of the machine. I mean, come on, how cool does that look? Whoa! Huh? Yo. Okay, this is definitely a product that I highly recommend for anyone that wants to have some of the best smoke that you can get in a smoke machine, and also have a portable smoke machine that doesn't rely on having a power outlet, and you can just bring this along. You can have a shoot together with a couple of friends, make it look cool, and it's not harmful either. So I think it's a great product, but it's also very expensive. I wouldn't recommend it for someone that is just doing it for fun unless you have the money to spend. And I will say that I think it's kind of bad that you're not actually getting the batteries inside the actual product when you're buying it, because it is a huge price that you pay, and having to go out and buy your own batteries, that is not something that I think you should do. I think it should be included in the box. I would love to know your thoughts about this product. I think it's a very cool one. Drop a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. If you liked the video, do give it a thumbs up. Peter från Sweden säger goodbye. Hej då!